Alright, welcome back to this Board Game Officer. So today, we are going to go through Tiny Epic Dungeon story. I'm going to give a shout out to Basement Dwellers. He put in a comment that he would like to see another story and see it with 4 players. So today we're going to go through a 4-player story. We'll at least do story 1 today, and then we'll continue on a little bit later here. So let's go ahead and just jump right on in. We have Thordin Firebraid. He's got mainly strength with 7 health and 5 energy. He's got hammer and that shield smash, which can come in handy. Then we have Nili Songheart, where she's kind of a jack of all trades, master of none, right? She's got 2 of each, but she can use Inspire to get that 3rd dice for any one for 2 focus. And she's got a Rapier, which is a normal attack, and Terrify, so she could actually push enemies away, which also could be handy at times. Then we have Lara Gambit. She's mainly our agility character with 7 health and 6 focus, and she does have a -1 to both of her attacks. So she's one where we really need to focus on getting some equipment for her. However, her treasure heist is nice because then any turn, for as many times as she wants, she can grab from the discard pile. So that could be super handy, especially with 4 players. We're going to have a lot in the discard pile. So that's going to be nice. And we have Aetoris. That's what I'm going to call him. We got 6 health and 7 focus. And he's got a -1 to his dagger, but he is a magic character, so he can research to get some magic going. And that is our team. So we have our torch track all set up here, and we have our base game here set up. So here we have all 4 characters on a board here. We do have some of these nice things that I printed off. These things to keep everything kind of nice with all 4 and organized. Hopefully my table won't get too overwhelmed here. And so if you've watched any of my playthroughs, you know my very first thing that I like to do is to use this ability to move the torch track down 1 and open up all 4 of our spaces here. So I am going to have Thordin Firebraid to go first here, and I'm going to have him go. So we are going to move the torch track down 1, so nothing happens because that's a blank spot, and we're going to open all these up. So up north we've got a goblin that's going to spawn. To the east we have another goblin that's going to spawn, and to the south we have another goblin that's going to spawn. Oh snap! And we have a 4th goblin. I can't believe that just happened right now on camera. So this is the one bad part about this, that this can happen. I've had it where I've gotten 3 traps and 1 goblin, and now we have 4 goblins. So let's go ahead and jar our goblins. So our number 1 goblin is a Boomy. Our number 2 goblin is a Pokey. Number 3 goblin is Mixie. And the 4th goblin is Stabby. Luckily with 4 players, so I forgot to say what our story is. We're just doing 1 story since we got 4 characters. It's going to be a longer game, so I just wanted to do 1 story here. We've got the Dimensional Debt. The price is loot. That is what the shifty wizard had demanded in return for the vital information requested. All magic comes with a price, and you each must pay. So in our setup, I did cut deck B into the dungeon into 2 halves and shuffle the portal room card into the top portion, place an object token near the story card. So we got a story token here. So objective. When the portal room card is revealed, place the objective token on it. You must send a loot, spell, or potion card equal to the number of heroes through the portal to the shifty wizard. Oh man. When at the portal, as a free action, discard from the game a loot, spell, potion you are equipped, stacking it under this story card. And then when we get a success, we get to move the torch track up 3. Discard the required cards into the portal. So it does say discard from the game. So it's not just putting it in the loot deck and you can get it back later. Like, you have to pick something to totally get rid of for the entire game, which for the story campaign could be bad because that means it's gone from the game until we're done with all 3 levels. So that's going to be a little rough. So as you can see here, at least with these 4 goblins, like, we've got a few turns until they activate. That's actually okay. Like, for this to happen, I don't think it's the worst thing. So let's go ahead and jump on to, or continue his turn. Who do I want him to attack? So I'm gonna have him come down here because this is Mixie, because those potions, the negative things, I think will be okay right now. Nothing's gonna hurt us too bad, so let's get that up and out of the way. I'll just go ahead and do an attack here on Mixie. So he's got a 5 defense here. So we do have 3 dice and the enemy dice here, and we do need a 6 to kill him. Ooh, nice. We actually got 2 6s with a +2, which none of that really helps me. But so I do kill Mixie. So I get to draw loot and a potion. And the potion is... Oh no! Strength filter, which is good because it's get that +5 strength, which is what he needs. But we get to spawn another goblin! So we have given Thordin Firebraid the strength filter. And I'm just going to keep that thing there. And we spawn a shooty goblin in his area. Oh, no way. Actually, that's perfect. because his turn is not over. That was from that. So he can still use his shield bash. Oh, man. Okay. That was actually so good. So he is going to use all 5 of his focus to shield bash this guy, which is Shooty, and take him away. Oh, I actually forgot to draw any equipment from last time. So I will, I could get all my focus back. Because we got so many loot, I think it's important to focus on loot here at the beginning. So we will draw 2 loot cards from Mixie and Shooty. The first one is Orbs of Scarab. He does not really need at this time. That would actually be really good for Aetoris because then he could get more spells. So we'll leave that in the discard pile for him. And the second is Everlit Torch, which, I mean, I'll give it to him, I guess. Yeah, so basically this means before enemies activate, I can flip over a room and get 2 focus. But that meaning if I flip over a room and it has a goblin, that goblin will spawn. We'll go ahead and give him that Everlit Torch, at least for now. And that was his turn. That was lucky that it could have been worse. We are going to go on to Nili Songheart now. And I'm going to have Nili just here. I'm going to have him come over here to Pokey. It is a 6. We'll see if she actually kills him or not. And I forgot to show this, but I did move the torch track down 1 after Thordin Firebraid's turn. So Nili Songheart came over here. She is going to attack Pokey Goblin, chat 6. Go ahead and roll these up here. Yeah, she did it. 5 and a 2. We don't need to gain any more. Oh, yes, we did. We had to spend 2 focus for her to get that 3rd dice for that attack. But we did get a 5 and a 2, so that does kill the Pokey. And we do get 1 focus back. All right, I know some of you were probably yelling at the screen. I did just fix. I didn't have the doors connected. I was focusing on having these so the camera could read those, so they were forward. So I wasn't really paying attention to where their doors were at. So I did fix those where those doors are at. And I haven't put anything out there yet just because of table space right now. But I will get to that here soon because we'll get another equipment and we get to flip another room over. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but let's get equipment. Our equipment is the Cloak of the Panther, which will be good for Lara, but actually wouldn't be bad for Nili Songheart either. You know, actually I'm going to give it to Lara Gambit because she goes next. All right, so I put out the rooms that we have available here to flip over. The order I put them out here is this one I know is not a minion. However, these 3 could be minions. So, because I do not want a minion right now, I am going to flip this one over here. Nice. That's actually okay. It's no goblin, which is very needed right now. But for free action, we can roll 4 to spend 3 to get 3 health. So that's kind of a healing room there. So that was Nili Songheart's turn. We'll move the torch track down 1 again. Still nothing happens. Oh, I forgot to take that off the board. All right, so we still got 2 more goblins, so I don't want to explore too much here. So now it's Lara's Gambit turn. We can spend the 2 to get the Cloak of the Panther or Orbs of the Scarab, but none of those are really going to help her. And she's got a -1 to her strength roll or -1 to her range roll. Stabby is here. So I'm going to have her attack Stabby because he only needs a 5. And she does have a -1 to the attack. Let's go ahead and roll for the attack of Stabby here. We have that 5, but we do have a -1. So I'm going to go 1, 2 to move this to 1 to a 2. So that's 6. -1 is 5, which will kill Stabby. So we will draw an equipment card now, which is Longsword of the Lion, which does not help her right now. We'll give that to Thordin Firebraid on when his turn comes around again. So that takes care of him. I might regret this, but I am going to explore here with Lara Gambit just so I could get some exploring out. And it is the Goblin Room, which is just a trap. So an agility roll. If I get it, I get something out of the discard pile, which doesn't really help too much right now. But if we don't, we spawn a goblin. So let's go ahead and roll for that. So she does have 3 dice to her agility. And I definitely got it because I only needed a 4. 5, 5, 3. That means she does get 1 focus back. And she did gain a focus from her first roll as well. So she's back up to full focus now, which is actually not too bad. And she can get something out of the discard pile. She is a ranged character, and this is good for range. So I am going to have her get the Cloak of the Panther anyways. And we will move the torch track down 1. And now it's Aetoris' turn. So I've got to research. I've got to get something for him because he won't be able to attack very well. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. To do that research, and we get invisibility. For 5, we can get stealth and have another attack. Right now, it doesn't help us, but there's no reason to not keep it. So we are going to do life steal, which means 1 goblin within 2 rooms of me and a hero within 2 rooms of me. I could roll and basically take 1 health. So let's go ahead and roll for that life steal. Go ahead and roll here. Oh, man. What did we need? We needed a 5. Oh, perfect. So that's our 5. That means we get 3 back, and then it costs 3. So I'm not even going to use move my focus. But we do get to take 1 health away from Boomy, which he only has 1 health, and it's spell, so this doesn't care, but we do get, we get equipment or a spell. And his spell didn't work. You know what? Right now at the beginning, I still think equipment is more important than spells, so we are still going to get an equipment. I was going to say I could get this because that could give me more spells, but I'm going to draw one, and it is Longbow of the Panther, which will be great for Lara Gambit, but not for Aetoris. So we'll put that in the discard pile there. All right, and the torch track goes down. However, we don't have any monsters on the field, which I am quite surprised from that. That means we are back to Thordin Firebraid, which he is down here, and we definitely need to start exploring because we still have quite a few cards to go through the dungeon. So I'm just gonna go right here, and we found the portal. So it is a teleport room, but we do spawn a goblin, and that goblin is a stabby. He moves into that room. He will attack that stabby. Whoa! 3 6s. Oh, and he's got no focus. That's what I needed, was focus from him. Well, all right. We definitely killed him, and we could get 3 hearts or an equipment. We're obviously going to get an equipment, and I am going to get the longsword of the lion for him. So there we have the longsword of the lion for him. That guy is a goner. Once again, I'm sure you're yelling at me again. I just keep doing it so the camera can read it. I just need to look more at the door. That is a dead end, and he cannot move anymore because he attacked that goblin. However, this does say, while at the portal as a free action, discard from the game a loot, spell, potion you are equipped with, stacking it under the story card. We don't have to do all 4, so I am actually going to have him get rid of this Everlit torch because I really don't find myself using this very much, so I'm okay to lose it. So we are going to put this under here, so we only need 3 more for this one now. And we move the torch track down 1 more. Now Lily's Songheart. So Lily is going to come down here. Ooh, there you go. That was a room we need. It's got 2 more doors here because we really need to explore. We really don't have that many places to explore right now. We might lose just because we can't explore. Oh my goodness. All right, well, luckily that was just a room I could search to try to get. So it's not a search. I could target 3 enemies and use 2 to -1 heart from all 3, but what's the range? I'm actually not sure. I'll have to look that up to see how that one works. However, we do have these 2 rooms now, and I could keep moving here. So I'm going to come down here, and we do have a goblin, and this is a one that we could open up a tile, which actually I might do. You know what I haven't been doing? I have not been taking away their health. Let's see here. He got taken away health because those all just opened. So that means only he actually got hurt from those. Okay, so I haven't been forgetting. I forgot that one, which will take it down 1, but he did get those 6 hearts. So he would have gone back up, so nothing too bad there, but we will take that down 1 for spawning a goblin, and that goblin is Spelly. Ooh, she's gonna use 5, so she needs a 6 to kill Spelly. Let's see if she could roll anything like Thordin Firebraid did. Alright, so we'll go ahead and roll for our melee attack. She does spend 2 focus to get that 3rd dice. And all we need is a 6. Ooh, yeah. We got 5, 6. And we get our 2 focus back. So we'll gain that 2 focus back. We will kill that Spelly, which we get equipment and 5 focus. So we'll get back up to the top there. And we get another equipment, which is Ring of the Phoenix. Ooh. Which honestly she does not want right now, but that would be nice for Aetoris right there. I'm sorry, guys. Man, it's been a while, and 4 characters, I'm struggling. I totally forgot to spawn that goblin right there, because we're going to move down. So I'm just going to spawn 2 goblins because I forgot. So I feel like that at least somewhat makes up for it. I don't know if that really does, but that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to spawn 1 and 2 goblins there. And our 2 goblins are Mixie for our number 1 goblin and Boomy for our 2nd goblin, which is a 5 and 4 respectively. It is now Lara Gambit's turn after we move that torch track down. The thing is, we also need to get everyone here so we could finish this story, which is the main thing we have to do right now. So I did just move those out too. We only have 4 cards left, so we do have those 2 minions out there somewhere still. So I would like to explore with her. However, because we just spawned those 2 goblins, I feel like we have to take them out. After her turn, they are going to activate. Bullwhip only has a range of 1, so I still do have to move her there. And then I will do my ranged attack there. It does have a -1 to my attack, but I do get to roll 3. So let's go ahead and see how this goes. All right, come on. And I am attacking Boomy because of that -1. I want to make sure that it's easier to kill, and he needs a 5 to kill with a -1. So technically I need a 6. I mean, I got it. Well, I guess she doesn't need focus. So that's 7, this 3. However, she's at full focus, so that will kill Boomy. So we will get a equipment or a spell. Definitely going for equipment here because she needs something. Amethyst figurine, which she does actually have 2. Maybe I'm going to let her take that, and I actually might just give that up to the portal. So that was number 2 goblin there. You know what? I'm going to go back. This doesn't change anything of what happened, but instead of moving 1, her movement is 4, and she does have the Cloak with the Panther, so she can move through goblins. So I'm going to have her go 1, 2, 3, just so she's closer to this, so she could dump that Amethyst, and then she still did that attack there. So nothing else changes, just moved further initially. And I just hope that that's not one of the minions. We'll take this down 1 more. The enemies activate. Everyone within 2 will minus 1 times as many goblins. So just 1 within 2 rooms. So he's here. We got 1, 2, 1, 2. So everyone but Nili takes 1 damage. Thordin goes down to 6. Lara goes down to 6. And Aetoris goes down to 5. That wasn't too bad. That could have been a lot worse. It is Aetoris' turn. So he is obviously just going to do his lifesteal right off the bat. Then he could heal one of these guys back up. Everyone's only down 1 health right now. So he'll heal someone, but he'll go ahead and attack Mixie. And he only needs a 5. Nice. So he will gain 1 heart back himself. And this will take care of the lifesteal. So he also gains 3, which once again, it costs 3. So he will gain that heart back. He gains 3, and then he uses 3 for lifesteal, where he will take 1 life away from Mixie. And he will heal. Let's heal Nili, because she's got the least amount of health here. And then we get an equipment and a potion. So let's do equipment first. And I'm definitely going to grab the Ring of the Phoenix. That means the lifesteal now does 2 damage for that. So that's going to be nice. And we do get a potion, and that potion is Haste Drop. We're actually going to give that to Lara, because it is for ranged. However, all heroes get sent back to the beginning. Actually, it's not horrible, but just not the best either. Yeah, so we're going to give that to Lara Gambit here. And everyone gets sent back to home base. However, he is not finished yet. I am going to do this so he can still move. So he's going to go 1, 2 to here, and he is going to discard the invisibility, actually, because that's not my favorite spell. It would be really nice to use, but well, I need to get rid of something because I need to get the story done. So we will put that behind the story. That means we have 2 out of 4 done for that story, and that will end Aetoris' turn. Here we will spawn 1 more goblin. We will spawn 1 goblin there. That goblin is Mighty Goblin with a defense of 7. Whew. However, at least he does have a +1 to his attack, so he's actually the best one. I would do a shield bash because that would be the easiest, but he has 0 focus right now. However, actually what I could do is I could rest, because there's no more restrictions on rest. It used to be a thing, but there's no restrictions on rest. So I could rest right now, which would give me 5 focus and heal me, and then I would for surely kill him, and I would be at the same spot. Yep, that's what I'm doing. All right, so I'm actually going to rest, which does take my health back up, gives me 5 focus, and then as a free action, I'm going to use 5 to just shield bash that Mighty Goblin. So that Mighty Goblin is now a goner, and I get 3 health, which doesn't matter, but I do get another equipment, and that equipment is bedrolls. Should I take it just so I could discard it right now? Because I don't, yep, I'm going to give it to him, and then I might discard it. So that was his free action, so I still can move. So I'm just going to have him move 1, 2, 3, just because that's all his movement. He can't do anything else anyways. So yeah, I'm just going to have him move and stay there. So we move this down. However, there are no goblins out there. So nothing activates. And now we go with Nili Songheart. She still doesn't have anything yet, any equipment. We really need equipment for her. So I'm going to have her go 1, 2, 3. And flip over this one. Haha, our first minion. We're going to have it go up so I could keep exploring here. But she does take 2 health from opening that up. Take 2 damage, I mean. However, this is the last 4 cards here, meaning this one is the first one that could be the exit. If you remember, there is no boss in this one. It's just the exit. However, let's see our minion. Our minion is the Wraith with 7 health, 4 defense. Here we have the Wraith with Nili. So I will just spend 2 focus, and I will just do a melee attack. So I have that 3rd dice. Oh, snap. No way. I mean, at least I rolled a 2, but that's only 4. And that's his whole defense. I do have 4 focus I could spend to move these up. Wow, that was literally almost the worst roll I could have gotten. All right, well, let's go ahead and use those 4 focus to at least turn this into a 2 and this into a 2. And so that is 2, 4, 6. So that's at least 2 damage, 2 health to the Wraith. With that melee, it is a 3 plus that 2, so that's 5. Her defense is 4, so actually only 1 health. So it didn't hurt him very much, but also didn't hurt me back either very much. So that could have been worse, but definitely could have been better. So the end of his turn, that goes down, nothing happens. Now we are on to Lara Gambit. So she's up there. She can move and attack, but she still has that -1. Whoa. And he's got a +4 defense to range. So that means I have to do melee attacks against him. Dang. So that's not going to help at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to go drop off that amethyst. I'm going to go 1, 2. Then for a free action, I get to drop the amethyst figurine, which means that's our 3rd one for the story. So we just need 1 more and then we'll finally complete that. This is not good. Ooh, I do have that +5. Should I do it? Doing it. I got 2 more movements. So that was 1, 2, free action, 3, 4. So I made it within range 1. I'm going to use this haste route. I'm not going to use the movement because I don't need to move. But I am going to use that +5 to my agility roll here. So I get a +5, but I actually get a -1. So I only get a +4, basically. Ooh. Oh, man. That actually is not bad, except for that 6. Because that's 8, which is 4 + 4. So that right there is just his defense. But I have a +4. So I could do 4 damage. Oh man, that's so close. And he is at 5. Oh, if I just didn't have that -1, that would have been 5 damage. I can make that 6 down to a 3, which still wouldn't do anything. Dang it, dang it, dang it. That was so close. Well, that is what I'll do. So that means Lara does gain 1 heart back. So she's up to full health. And the Wraith does go down 4 to 1 health. So close. She did roll a 4 and he's got just a +1. So really only 1 damage again. Not bad. So we're going to go down 1 where we spawn a goblin. Back at home base there. And the goblin we spawn is a Mixie Goblin. And now it is Aetoris' turn. He can actually take care of him pretty easily. So we'll just go ahead and do that. We're going to 1, 2. Yeah, I'll have him actually 1, 2, 3. Because this is around corners. So that means I can hit the Wraith. And if something happens and I don't get that 5, I don't get hurt back. Alright, so we'll roll for that life still. Yeah, there we go. That 6 will do it. So he doesn't have any hearts, but he does get 1 focus back. So we got 1 focus back, and then he's going to use 3 focus to kill the Wraith. So he does that last damage there. And since we killed a minion, we get to draw 2 equipments. Or an equipment and a spell, but we'll do 2 equipments. And we get Hook Shot. That would actually be really good for Nili, because that would give her 2 options, both +1, and she could do, yes, that one's perfect. So we'll hold on to that for Nili. And then we have the Ceremonial Spear, which gives a +1. Ooh, that's actually really good for him. He gets a -1 to his attack, but that doesn't matter. But that means his magic attacks will get +1 to the roll. And anything else can get a +1. So we covered up his dagger for that Ceremonial Spear. And that is the end of his turn. So at the end of his turn, Mixie will activate, which means he does move 1, 2. And then everyone within 2 gets hurt for 1 damage. So that is everyone. We got 1 damage, 1 damage. Oh, he's not doing good. Oh, Nili's not doing good. 1 damage and 1 damage. However, I did forget to heal someone for that life steal. So I'm actually going to heal Nili. So she's back at 3. Alright, and we are back to Thordin Firebraid. And I'm actually going to explore with Thordin Braid. And I'm going to let Nili kill that goblin. So I'm going to take him and I'm going to explore here. Oh no! So I do step into there, meaning I do take 2 health. Boom, boom, 2 damage. And I spawn our next minion. Our next minion is the Troglodyte. He's got 5 defense, 7 health, +2 against melee. There we have the Troglodyte there. And we have these 2 rooms there. That means this one or these 2. So it's these 2 and this one. These are the ones that could be the exit here, if I remember right. Or is it that one? That one might be the exit. Oh snap, I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention. Alright, so let's go ahead and attack this Troglodyte. We do have a +1 to our melee attack. Do I want to do that strength filter? Just so I could, because with that, I could just get rid of him. I'm doing it. I'm going to use the strength filter. So I get a +5 and 1, so it's a +6 to this attack. Yeah, so that's 6, so that's 12, 13. Actually, what if we do 12? So that's 12. What does 12 do? Yeah, 12 minus 5 is 7. So that's 7 damage. So that means we kill the troglodyte, one-shotted him with that +5 strength filter, and I get 1 health back. So that means he goes back up to 4 to 5. That means we kill the troglodyte, and that means we get 2 more equipment, which is, ooh, the spike buckler. I will give that to him, so he gets that other +1. Or do we want to keep that shield bash? Because, I mean, here at the end of the game, I would be okay to do it, but the fact that I have another level to do, that shield bash just can come in handy a lot. I'm actually going to hold off on that. I'm actually maybe give it to Nili, because she's going to get that hook shot too. And our second one is Vestment of the Scarab, which that might be okay for Aetoris. But so that'll also go into the discard. So after that, this will go down, nothing will happen. And now it is Nili Songheart's turn. She's gonna take a step over here. She's gonna spend 2 focus to roll a 3rd dice, and she's gonna attack Mixie. Ooh, yeah, there we go. 6 is all she needed here for that 5. So that does kill Mixie. Sadly, she doesn't get any focus back, but she will get an equipment. With that, I'm going to take that hook shot for Nili. So now she could do either one, which just depends on what she wants to do. And she gets a +1 for both. So I think that's awesome for her. Very, very well for her. But it was Mixie, so we do have to take a potion. And the potion is Magic Elixir. Ooh, max. Now, I'm going to give this to Aetoris, I think. So he could do that. Yep, I'm going to give this to Aetoris. However, all heroes lose 3 focus. That's actually gonna hurt. Thordin Firebraid can't lose anything. Nili is going to lose all of hers. Lara is gonna go down to 3. And Aetoris is gonna go down to 0. That actually really hurt. Wow, guys. I am struggling. So I was supposed to move up the torch track 6 when I defeated the first goblin or first minion, and then 6 again when I just defeated the other one. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means I don't know how to recon that. I really don't want to take that all back. Because honestly, I feel like I hurt myself more because I would have actually gone back up to there. And so the fact that I had some activation, yeah, I'm just going to leave it because I feel like it would have been better for me to go up before. I'm so sorry, guys. Man, I'm horrible at this. I'm trying to do this with 4 characters. It's a lot. I'm trying to do my best. Please be patient with me, but please let me know down in the comments everything that I missed. During the editing, hopefully I catch most of it. So we are going to go down 1. Nothing happens. It is now Lara Gambit's turn. First thing she's going to do is she's going to spend 2 focus to gain something from the discard pile, and she is going to gain this long bow of the panther. So that does cover up her bullwhip, but now she does not have that -1, and she's got longer range, and she could actually shoot multiple, which will be really handy at the beginning of next level. And because she has 2 panthers, she does get a +1 to her range attack now. So that's awesome. She's doing a lot better now. I'm happy with that. Now I'm just looking for the exit, really. Or if I want to keep going just to try to get more loot, basically. She does have 4 movements. So maybe I will come up here just to see if that one is 1 or not. So I'm going to go 1, 2. She does have the Cloak of Panther, so even if it's a minion, she doesn't get hurt, and she could run away if she wants to. And it is a goblin. And that just, we only have 1 left, so that goes up there. So that one and these 2 down in the corner are the ones that could be the exit. However, we do spawn a goblin here, which is a boomy goblin with 4 health. However, luckily, because she has the Cloak of the Panther, she's able to take 1 step back and then fire at that with her long bow. And she does have a +1 to it now. So let's go ahead and roll for that. Oh, man. Actually, this might not be bad. What do I need? I only need a 4, so I need a 5, and I have a +1. I could use these 2. Oh, I guess I don't really need that +1, but I use these 2. So I do gain 4 back, at least. So I'll gain this 1, 2, 3, and I kill Boomy, which I'll take another equipment. I'll draw a new one, which is Shadow of the Viper, which she does not want, so I'll just discard this. Alright, so that's her turn. We'll go down 1, and we will spawn a goblin right here, and that goblin is a Pokey Goblin. Ooh, that'll help us open up more rooms too. And it is Aetoris' turn, which actually that's perfect, because I actually want to kill that goblin. Because I can step here, and it is a range 2, so 1, 2, and it can go around corners. So I'm going to do a life steal for that Pokey. Oh, man. I needed a 5. I do have a +1 because of my ceremonial spear. So that means that's my 5. So that means I gained 4 back, which I did not think about that. That was lucky because I need 3 to 3 to cast that. So I do kill Pokey. That means I'll gain an equipment. I will draw a new one, which is Warhorn of the Bear. I'm going to put that into the discard pile, and that will be his turn. So we go down, and that activates. However, there's nothing to activate. So now we go on to Thordin Firebraid. So I'm going to have him, it's one of these 2 that are the exit. So I'm going to have him flip this one over. Hey, we have the exit. However, I do not want to leave yet because we've got a few more left. We have plenty of time on the torch track. So so that was 1. His movement's 3. 1, 2, 3. And we'll open up this one. And all it is a trap, and it's an agility trap. I do have 2 dice, so I do need a 6. Oh, I could roll anything for that. Okay, so I do need a 6 with this. Oh, I got a 6, and I got 3, so I will gain 3 focus back. I think I am going to try to disarm it, just so I could get more equipment there. But I only got 2 agility dice, and I need a 5. Oh, no. Oh, I can. I need a 5, so I'm going to spend 2 focus to make this 3 into a 4, either one. So that gets me my 5, so I get a equipment. And that equipment is a dungeon map, which I also really don't care for too much. But when I sleep, it gives me an extra movement. Yeah, I'll keep it for now. Might as well. And that is the end of his turn. So we move the torch track down 1. Nothing happens. And now we have Nili's Songheart. All right, so for Nili, because we're still looking for some more goblins, I'm going to have Nili come and open up this one. No, it's just another trap. 1, 2. So I will roll a 7 for that. Oh, man. And I do not have any pluses. However, she has 0 focus, so she can only roll 2 dice. The chances of that happening is not great. But there's nothing I could do. And if I don't get it, I'm going to lose 2 health, which will almost make me die. Oh, no way. Oh, my goodness. What are the chances? No way. All right, so that worked out. Wow. Well, I'm going to keep going because that was only 1, 2. And I really would like to get something for her. So I'm going to go 1. She has 5 movement. So, yep, I'm going to come here. Come on. Here, I could do a intelligence check to get +2 and a spell. I don't need that, though. I do have 5 movement, so might as well move. She needed to kill someone because I wanted more loot. So since I haven't done anything, I'm just going to rest. So I get 1, 2, 3, and that goes back up to 5. So she's done. That means we go here to here. We spawn a goblin. That goblin is a stabby goblin. That goes all the way back up into there. So we only have these 2 rooms to explore. Other than that, we can just get goblins through the torch track. But it is Lara Gambit's turn, so she might as well go 1, 2, and attack that goblin because she does have a +1, and all stabby needs is a 5 to kill. There we go. There's that 5, and I will gain 2 focus back, so she goes back up to 5. So stabby dies. She could get equipment or 3 health, so definitely getting equipment. That is Elven Chain. Don't really need it. Put that in the discard pile. So I'm going to have her go 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 3, free action. She's going to get Order of the Scarab, and she's going to get that. But then she's here, so as another free action, she's going to get rid of it, which will give me my 4th one for my story, meaning we have completed it, meaning we can move that torch track up 3. So this goes up 1, 2, 3. And that's the end of her turn. So I'll go down 1. There's nothing to activate. Oh, and then I did that whole shooting thing. So there's nothing to activate. And now it is Aetoris' turn. Yeah, so I'm going to have Aetoris go 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to have him go down, meaning he gains. So you gain anything for how much space you have. So basically everyone's going to get full of everything. So he goes back to full health and full focus. The torch track will go down and nothing happens. So now Thordin Firebraid is going to go 1, 2 and go down. And so he gains all of his health and all of his focus back. There we go. And we get a goblin to spawn there, which is the Boomy Goblin. Nili's Songheart is here. She's going to go 1, 2, and shoot that one with her hook shot, which has a +1. And she'll move 2 to use that 3rd dice. So that 4 will do it because she's got a +1. So she gains 6 focus, so she will gain all of her focus back. So she gets to gain an equipment or a spell, which she'll definitely go for equipment. I'm actually going to give her the spiked buckler because then she gets another +1 for her melee attack. And I'm just going to cover up Terrify. I haven't even used that yet, so I feel okay about that. There we go. Now she has a spiked buckler and killed that goblin. And that's the end of her turn. So we'll go down 1. There's nothing to activate. Lara Gambit's turn. And she's just going to go, how much she got? 4 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. And she's going to go down. So she will gain everything back. So this goes down another 1. Nili is the only one left out on the board. So she will go 1, 2, 3, 4. And she's actually full of everything. And there we have all 4 characters down to our 2nd level. It might be a little bit until I get the next one coming. So please be patient with me. I've got stuff coming up. But we're going to go ahead and start getting into level 2 of the stories of Tiny Epic Dungeons. Thank you so much.